suppose it's one of these Narta type things where you don't realise the strength we have as a union that others mightn't have. In Cork, the library, or outside the library, tends to be the hub of protest. It's all outside the library. The library is a hub of the community.
Cork was at the epicentre where we had far-right agitators going into the library in Cork City, demanding the removal of LGBTQ plus books. And there was a coordinated campaign against the trans community and by extension the LGBT community, screaming and shouting, hurling abuse at our members and live streaming these incidents to social media for clickbait. So it wasn't just a Cork phenomenon. Fórsa took that matter really quite seriously. At the time, we were the only ones. The employers and people in the political system essentially went hiding, and it was left to us to stand up and speak out on behalf of library workers across the country. And that culminated in a lot of activity over the last 12 months.
And we were lucky that we have some strong library reps here in Cork that brought this to our attention very early on. So in conjunction with our union officials here, we decided that a counter rally in support of the library workers in particular was called for. And we got great buy-in across the country from Fórsa, but almost as importantly, or more importantly, a lot of other groups showed up on the day as well to support the library workers who do an awful lot for the community. And it was just a great show of solidarity. Like, our library workers appreciated it so much. And I think across the country, probably library workers did as well, because it didn't just happen in Cork. It started in Cork, but it didn't just happen in Cork.
When library workers are under attack! When library workers are under attack!
We're here to stand shoulder to shoulder with our members who work in this library and across the country. And we're here to stand shoulder to shoulder with members of our LGBTQ plus community. Many of the same agitators were the same people who were standing outside, COVID centres, and also they're the same people who are standing outside international protection centres at times, screaming at 5-year-olds.
So our branch here in Dún Laoghaire is part of the Dún Laoghaire Welcomes Coalition, and that's an informal group that was set up about this time last year. And we set it up in response to the news that a centre was going to be started in Dún Laoghaire, and that was going to house international protection applicants. And I suppose it was in the context of everything else that had been happening at the time, where there had been a rise in anti-migrant sentiment. So I think as a union branch, we felt not just that we wanted to respond, but that we felt that we had to respond to this, because the centre was going to open just almost literally on our doorstep, a few hundred metres away from us. And as a union, we wanted to be able to say to people who were coming into the town that actually, yeah, you're welcome here. And we organised a lunchtime gathering, just 10 or 15 minutes, a rally outside our building, where members came and they just sent a really important message of solidarity to the international protection applicants. And it also sent a message, I think, to everyone in the town that the people who up till then their voices had been loudest, that they actually didn't speak for any of us.
We've always been helped in the past, and we should be helping people coming in here. We're a generation who grew up online. We see what's happening in America every day, and we used to think it only happened in America. But as we've seen with the last year, it's been happening here in Cork and all over the country as well.
When others went hiding, we stood up, and we simply won't go away, and we will not surrender public spaces to far-right agitators. This union of ours has been at the forefront of standing up for improved health services and housing for decades, and we have never seen any of these people involved in community campaigns. The trade union movement speak on behalf of Irish workers, not the far right, but whilst they offer division, we offer hope.